Ooh.
Graham's got a big tour coming up June 20th through the 24th. Where are you going?
Oh, Ron Placona and I are going to Nashville, Huntsville, Asheville, Louisville, and Atlanta. Go to GrahamElwood.com.
All right. Everybody check that out. And we'll see you July 15th in Chicago and July 1st in Portland, Oregon for live Jimmy Dore shows. Hey, guess what? So here's our little recap of the thing that happened in California. The bad news is that the Democrats lost their supermajority. Who knows if that's bad? Because they have one right now, and they haven't done dick to help people, which is why they lost their supermajority. So this is Dianne Feinstein. She won. She beat out Allison Hartson and everybody else. And it's these top two. So the way it works in California is there isn't a Democratic primary and a Republican primary. There's one primary, and then the top two vote getters get to face off in the fall. Now, that was supposed to end the party control of elections. It's not done that. It's actually been bad for progressives, and that's another story. But what happened was, so Kevin De Leon, he's in the state Senate, and he's going to go up against her now. So he was number 2. She's number 1. He is slightly better than her. It's still not a good choice. So what people are saying is that she's going to run, get elected, and since she's 85 going on 86, she's going to retire, and then the governor gets to appoint her successor, and then he'll just going to appoint him anyway. So it's a great system. It's a great system that we have in California. And this is the Democrat, again, this is the Democratic Party. They screwed over progressives. The chairman of the party is now a former pharmaceutical rep because they screwed over the progressive in that race we have super delegates at the state level, if you didn't know that, in California. So, okay, so this is what happened. Kevin De Leon said, so he's going to go up against Dianne Feinstein. Doesn't matter. Gavin Newsom, he's gonna go up against a guy named Cox. That's with an X, so you can say it. Cox with an X, so you don't have to bleep it.
He's only worth $10 million.
Is that what he's worth?
Yes, just $10 million.
Just the 10 mil.
Oh,
so he just reminds me a lot of Bill Clinton, and he on paper he says he's for a lot of good things, but again, so did Anthony Rendon say he was for single payer, and then when he got in position to be Speaker of the Assembly, he killed single payer. So just because someone says they're for something doesn't mean they're actually for it. Just like when Kamala Harris and Cory Booker come out for single payer with Bernie, they're not really for it. Okay? All right, so here is, in California, U.S. House District 34 had an open primary. It was Jimmy Gomez, who's the corporate Democrat, against Kenneth Mejia. Kenneth Mejia came in second. So now they're going to have a runoff between Democrat Jimmy Gomez, who's a corporate Democrat, against a Green, Kenneth Mejia. And he also finished ahead of Libertarian Angela McCarty. She had 3,600 votes. Kenneth Mejia had 5,000. Look at Jimmy Gomez with 34,000. He has, of course, so now people will know who Kenneth Mejia is, and he'll have a much better chance to unseat that corporatist. So maybe the Libertarians will get together with them, and he'll wake up a lot of people. And we'll see. We're going to try to help. This is the 34th Congressional District. That's where it is.
Eagle Rock, Highland Park.
So you would think those people would be more progressive.
I think this is, to me, is one of the most interesting things I've seen happen with Kenneth Mejia, because normally the Green Party is so far down the ballot that they're just sort of this like cute novelty for progressives. Like, look, I'd love for a Green Party candidate to win, but they've got no chance. Well, now they do. Now, if this is look, this is Koreatown, this is Chinatown,
downtown, Boyle Heights,
Eagle Rock. So if he has an amazing campaign he can run here, and he ran a pretty good one already just to get this spot. He has a shot at winning, and we put an actual Green in Congress. Because if you're progressive at all he has to do is just out-left, which he already is by the fact that he's a Green.
Yeah.
Just out-left this dude. They're
going to have so much money that they'll so they'll do mailers and TV. Like that just happened in Iowa with my friend who was running as a progressive. He was close, neck and neck in all the polling. The last week and a half, Emily's List comes in, supports the corporate Dem over him, does 4 mailers, all this stuff. So that's what he's going to be. So that's what Mejia is going to be up against. He's going to be up. This is Kenneth Mejia. He's going to Democratic Party, which is so. Anyway, so he's going to need your help. I like that people, planet, peace over profit. I like that. There you go. So now on to Anthony Rendon.
Don't reelect.
So he looks like Ted Cruz.
He does look like Ted Cruz.
Oh.
So Anthony Rendon is the Speaker of the Assembly, the Democratic leader in the Assembly, and he's the one who's now being blamed for killing the single-payer bill in the California legislature. Of course, he denies it, but he's the leader, and he says he's for single-payer, yet he just doesn't have a plan. All his life, he's been thinking about single-payer. He got into a position of power. He's the third most powerful guy in the state, maybe second. And he doesn't have I have no idea how to do this.
Oh, and he's sure that there's something wrong with this bill. He's sure that the bill is flawed.
It's
but when he's
incomplete.
asked about it, he doesn't have anything concrete to point to. He has not, in every video we've explored on this show, he has not been able to point to anything concrete
And he says
about why he shelved it.
And he shelves it because he says the bill is woefully incomplete. Well, where's your bill?
Yeah.
You're the leader.
What
Where's
needs
your
to be
bill?
done to...
We need to resist. How? What? What's your plan for resistance? What's your plan to make things better? How are you going to help people? Well, we got to resist.
So here is this from the LA Times. The nurses union flayed Rendon for his decision to shelve the bill, calling the move a cowardly act. The people of California are counting on the legislature to protect them now, not sometime next year. And as polls have shown, Californians support this proposal by a wide majority, said Deborah Berger, co-president of the labor group. A solution to this healthcare emergency could be at hand. Speaker Rendon is standing in opposition. That's the nurses. Guess what? She came in second.
Maria
Estrada.
She is the people's alternative to Anthony Rendon, and she came in second. And she was on this show, and she really impressed me. She doesn't care anymore. She gives no Fs. She's not giving any Fs. And she's standing up to these corporatists right in their face. So here we go. District 63, Anthony Rendon got 12,000 votes. She got 7,000 votes.
Almost 7,600.
Almost 7,600. Wow, she's
And she went door to door, Jimmy.
door to door. She got
She
no
had a
money.
ground
She's got
game.
no. She did it all on her own. And here's the GOP candidate got almost 7,000 votes. So if you put these two together, she'll beat him. And then Rendon's out. And then he goes to get a job as a lobbyist for a healthcare or a pharmaceutical company, which I guarantee goddamn to you that's his next move if he loses this race. He'll become a lobbyist, or he'll go work for a bank.
Or show business.
Yeah,
Or-
he'll
or show
slither
business.
somewhere. We
Because
don't
I
know
tell you
where.
what, I got fired last summer. I was calling this guy out on Twitter after he did this, and I got
right.
fired from a movie review job I was supposed to have for my Twitter feed. The producer called me up and said, hey, some of the high-ups looked at your Twitter feed, and we got to let you go. It's too political. And I went back to check my Twitter feed. Was it like all caps, fuck you, Trump? No, it was calling out this guy and corporate Democrats for voting down single-payer health care. I got fired for calling out single-payer health care from a movie review company that is owned by one of the 5 multinational conglomerates that own 95% of all media. So that's who Anthony Rendon is. There's no way there wasn't some of his people or somebody there went,
And Anthony Rendon did not know that Maria Estrada was going to get in his way
No.
and challenge him.
No, he did
And
not.
she's going to represent the people of Bell, Cudahy, Southgate, Linwood, Paramount.
a Republican.
Yes.
That's what Gavin Newsom got. That was his
Yes.
wish. Oh, let me run against a Republican, because then it's a locked up. So now she's going, wait a minute. She can pick up, like you said, all these Adam Miller votes, all the independents,
Yeah.
anybody else. She can go pick them up.
Well, and Rendon's the incumbent, and he got less than 50% in this primary. That means he's kind of
Super
susceptible.
vulnerable.
Yeah,
Super vulnerable. And let's remember all the people who didn't come out to vote because their vote has been depressed because they don't think it makes a difference because they voted for a Democrat before and he did absolutely dick for them. So now that she won, it will probably wake up a lot of people to, hey, we could go vote for her and actually make a difference.
Or the 118,522
Yep.
provisional ballots that, they said it was a printing problem.
Right.
It was probably the kid at Kinko's fucked it up. You know what I mean? I get it. I get it.
Tell people, so what happened was 120, how many thousand?
118,522 provisional ballots, names for provisional ballots just happened to not be on the list. People showed up at their polling place and hey,
So when they show up and they're not on the list, then they're handed a provisional ballot.
Right.
Right? Yeah, that's how that works. But those provisional ballots don't get counted, right?
Yeah.
That's what I've been told.
they don't.
Okay.
That's another way they shut out. I knew people that voted by mail in the state of California with a provisional ballot in the 16 primary. And I know several people whose ballots got returned for insufficient postage, even though they had a forever stamp on it.
So Nico House tweeted out some great news out of Cali. Maria Estrada will be in the runoff against Anthony Rendon. After finishing second place, she's in position to unseat the California Dems Assembly Speaker. Yes, I say let's do it. Here is Maria tweeting out, big thank you to everyone who supported the campaign of the people. We are grateful to all and look forward to the next stage of the campaign. We do too. We can't wait to help you. Maria Estrada, the people's alternative to Anthony Rendon. So that's a bright spot. Two bright spots here in California, Anthony Rendon and Kenneth Mejia. Gail McLaughlin did not win, did not come in second. That was such a heartbreaker. Allison Hartson, that's her first political campaign. That was also a heartbreaker that she didn't come in second.
But I think her platform really is pushing people to the left, right? They were talking about Medicare for all. And so I think it's great to have these candidates. And I'm looking forward to supporting, we talked about this, Kenneth Mejia and Maria Estrada.
I think we should all get behind them.
Yes, I am. How about that? I am. How about that? So that's just a little recap of what happened in California.
A recap of the good news.
A recap of
This would be way longer if we did all the bad news.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't have time. The bad news is that we have Kevin De Leon going against Dianne Feinstein, and it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Coke versus Pepsi gang. Line up for that big Donnybrook. Corporate stroke-offs.
Our next live Jimmy Dore show is July 1st in Portland, Oregon, and July 15th in Chicago, Illinois. We're doing a live show July 15th in Chicago, Illinois. Go to a link right there for all the tickets to all the live Jimmy Dore shows. Plus, if you can help become a premium member, we give you hours of bonus material every week. Become a patron or a premium member. And if you're on Steam It, we're steaming it right now. Plus, every Saturday, we do a live Super Solid Chat Saturday where it's a live stream and you can ask us questions and we'll answer them back. Every Saturday, 2 p.m. Pacific time. Thanks for your support.